There's only like 25 what million people in one city. What do they say? There's more than I love Shirley. Oh, fuck me. Hey, you better go. Take a look up at the sky. Jay said she's a fallen angel. So you better be careful, buddy. Take a look. You don't want that shit to land on you. You know that's gonna make a mess. That you're not. You know that's gonna fuck you up if it lands on you. So keep your eyes up, buddy. Shit. Fallen angel. Yeah, well, you know those angels got cast out of heaven. You know that, don't you? They got sent down to hell. So Jay, you gotta remember that, buddy. You know that not all of them are angels. You know, like demons. You know. You better get some bug spray. Just trying to help you, brother. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Not one of those scholars. Get 7 people watching, 6 thumbs up, 3 thumbs down. She was pretty co-host. Who was a pretty co-host? Last night, or are you talking about Shirley? Got a nice Filipino music playing. Hey, Biggie's in the house. Bob, time you grace us with your holiness, or is it your love doctriness? I don't know what to call you. You know when you come in. You know your grace, your I don't know. I'm just. Did you bring lunch? That's what I want to know. Did you bring something to eat? I went out and got we went out and got donuts. Figured Rain. I told Rain I was gonna go get donuts. She said bring in some donuts. I ate them on the way. She might be mad. That's why she didn't come. Pizza's nice. One of those mom and pop. She's out doing something. You know, you gotta have a sense of humor, boys and girls. Because if you don't have a sense of humor, you're gonna go Cocoa Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles, go Captain Crunch. Where's your new girlfriend? Yeah, she's a beautiful Pinoy, isn't she? What? Kevin said a beautiful Pinoy. Yeah, she's a lovely girl. She's not my girlfriend though. She's just a person that I invited on. That's all. Nothing. No, she's just a nice person. So don't jump, don't start rumors, because that's not nice, Roberto. Uh-oh. I'm not a professional DJ like you guys are. So I apologize about me sucking on recording and taking people's stuff. I hope that's not me breathing. Alaska to Asia when he goes touring.
Come on. I need it.
We never played this one.
Is this the Who? Sounds like it. I think so. I just put the link out if anybody want to come on. Oh. I got super chat from there you go, brother. Good for you. I don't think I'm gonna get. Yeah, this is from the Who. But the Who's not singing this. Another guy is singing this. This is a remake. Lean on Me. I like this better than the original song. Yeah, good for you, Tom. My cousin got his family. They got their super chat from Trump. How you doing, Jack? Oh, keep your eyes open. Oh, that was some geese landing in the lake. Shit, I thought it was a fallen angel. Boom, into the lake. There are some geese. I was gonna say, run, Jay, catch her. Oh, shit. I was gonna say, catch her! I'm trying to help you out, Jay. Don't want you to miss. That's not nice, Kevin. Sorry, brother. Don't want you to be no butterfingers for my Brazilian beauty. You're trying to steal away from me. Oh my gulai, huh? Oh hell. Where did I go wrong, huh? Oh, hell. Oh. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Just keep looking up. Don't want no angels falling on my head. Rain on me. Shit. Carolina Hillbilly. Did you get your Trump super chat yet? Are you all ready to move? Good song. Like the song. Very good.
Hindi natin kantahin yung next song. Kailangan natin kantahin ito kasi nandito si Mr. Kiko. Brand new. Surprise to.
$5. Thank you much.
Were you getting
No,
termed
that's
like
there.
Mr.
There I
Brady?
am.
There you are.
No, that's just how that's. Yeah. I was a good-looking guy back
You look
then.
like a badass back then, dude.
Yeah,
You were ready for a fight.
that's how it is. We were just got done. We were just loading up. I had a camera in my hand. I always had a camera in my hand.
Camera
I
in
love
one hand and a
photography.
syringe in the other hand, right? Shooting up heroin.
No, I was a straight lace.
You were a good boy back then, huh? When you were a bouncer. Bouncers are known for being good boys. So were
I
miners.
was a straight lace. I didn't know nothing
Prob-
about nothing.
Probably more like straight lines. In all honesty,
Follow the line. Follow the leader.
back in your bad days, back in your bouncer days, were you doing any kind of substances?
Oh, you could say I followed the line.
How did I know that?
We followed the line. We did a little bit of rock. Played a little 8-ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not shocked by
Did a
that.
little. Did a little freebase.
How you doing, Brandon, buddy?
But that was it. That was it.
Just a few lines, a little free base.
Dutch Harbor. Yeah,
Little
those
angel
were the good
dust.
old
Other
days.
than that, no big deal.
No. Didn't adventure off.
Didn't get off the free base.
But
you know,
when
as far as you went.
but yeah, but when I went to Prudhoe Bay, and when I went to Red Dog Mine, then I had to do UAs. Wake your ass up and do a UA. And I said, oh, wow, I'm clean. No problem. Pee in that little cup. Or go home. And I said, hey, let me pee in the cup.
Probably big headache.
I was making $23 an hour. Let me pee in the cup.
$23 an hour back when that was a lot of money.
Yeah. I'll pee in the cup right now.
Well, how long were your shifts,
If
though?
I-
Were you doing 24-hour shifts?
No, we were doing 12-hour shifts. 2 weeks at the mine, 1 week at home. 2 and 1.
That's a pretty good deal. Hey, Kanoy, how you doing?
We live at the mine, and then we get on the jet and fly home, and then we stay home for 1 week, and then we get back on the jet, fly back at the mine.
You said it was like a 5-star hotel, right?
Oh yeah, not room service, but we get like buffet lunch, all everything's done. They come up and do our rooms, laundry, everything is done for us. But we got to do our personal clothes, but our work clothes they do for they wash and clean for us.
But you didn't have
But
to
all
pay for the meals,
accommodations
right?
is done.
The meals were covered?
No, our company does. Yeah, and the flight from Anchorage to the mine is covered by the mine.
So when you were there, you had no expenses. You had your $23 an hour, 12 hours a day, but you didn't have any bills other than, you
Correct.
didn't have any bills, period. So it was a pretty good deal. Hey, Rena Hall, how
Yeah.
are you? There's a good idea for
Hey,
a
Rena.
co-host for you.
Oh, Renee's been on my show before. She's been up singing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's not shy. She's a good singer.
Yeah, I'm a huge Rena Hall fan. We have different hours scheduled sometimes, but she knows I'm a big fan. So anyway, to keep yourself
Sure.
active and focused, you were doing a few lines here and there, huh?
Oh, in my during my bouncer days, during my commercial fishing in Dutch Harbor, we partied quite a bit.
Do you think, like on the show, you know, the guys that are up for 24 to 36 hours, do you think they're doing stuff to help them stay awake? Like Deadliest Catch?
Oh, those guys. Not on the camera, but behind the camera, like when they're docked, I think they party, but not when they're being filmed. But when they're docked and when they're not being filmed, I think they're tooting. Cause they got money, a lot of money.
There's nothing else to do up there, right? Drink and
Yeah, there's no women there except just drink. A lot of drugs up there. Not up there, but down there. A lot of Coast Guard now.
so the fun days are over, huh?
Yeah. Ask Roberto. Shit, he was Coast Guard, but I don't think he's been this far north. But because Kodiak is the biggest Coast Guard station in the world, Kodiak, Alaska.
I don't think he was stationed there, though, was he?
No. But I'm just saying, Kodiak, Alaska is the biggest Coast
Really?
Guard station in the world.
Wow.
Yep.
Where was Roberto stationed? Do you know?
California, but he was telling me that he went to Antarctica on the ship. He went to Rio de Janeiro all the way down to Antarctica from California.
Wow. Kanoi's asking, how
Yeah,
long
pretty
did Big
interesting.
Kev work the North? How
Oh,
many years?
you're talking about? Oh God! Well, I was married to an Eskimo. My wife for 17 years, so I worked the North Slope. North Slope means Prudhoe Bay for 17 years, and also Red Dog Mine. So that whole package was 17 years. I lived in the Eskimo village.
But
Yeah.
you worked as a bouncer, you worked as a crabber, and you worked as a miner. How many years total
Yeah.
was that between the three?
Well, pretty much my whole life, until I bailed out and went to the Philippines, and that started, oh my God, 2002.
18 years ago. And then you went to the Philippines. How much money did you bring with you? Because you had to have sustained yourself somehow
40.
for 18 years, 13 years. How much?
Yeah. Two million pesos.
40K.
Yeah. Cash.
And how long did it take you to blow through that?
Oh, well, my
Yeah.
internet my internet cafe and building it up, all the computers, the what do you call them? We the computer stations and everything. Cause I had around roughly 40 stations, 40 computers, and chairs and everything, upstairs, downstairs, my boarding house, the beds and everything. Plus my bedroom. I had around four bedrooms, bunk beds, linen and everything. Washing machine, spin dry. I had to get everything was metal beds.
So let me see if I can figure this out. You moved to the Philippines when you were roughly 40.
Yeah,
You did about
roughly
20 years.
in that age bracket.
20 years in Alaska before you moved to Philippines for 13, and you've been back for 5.
Yeah. Well, I lived in Alaska all my life. Well, when I was 10 years old.
Okay. So are you looking at the comments there?
No.
Of course, they're chasing snow lions. They can't stay up 30 hours without some shit in their bodies, says Jedi. What happened to that big fool Larry? Anyone seen him, says Jedi. And Biggie sounds like Big Larry.
I understand Larry's in Manila. The last time he went on the camera, he had a show, and I understand he's in Manila. You're talking about Big Head Larry.
That's
Yeah,
just the comment.
it took me 4 years to lose my business, and then I went under.
How would you have sustained yourself had you not had the Bolo accident?
Oh, I remember I told you I was teaching Koreans, English.
Okay, you were doing
Remember
that face
that?
to face, right? Yeah, I do remember that now.
No, well,
Those were-
remember I was teaching Koreans for years.
And that was face to face, or was that online?
No, live classes at the Korean language centers in Iloilo and Bacolod.
How did you end up getting that job in the first place?
Because the owner of one of the schools drove past my internet cafe and he seen me upstairs in my loft. And I was drinking beer, drinking Red Horse outside on my balcony, and he seen me and he stopped and went into my internet cafe, and he had other Korean students, and they all came in and they using my computers, and then they start talking to me, and then they invited me to the school to a birthday party, and they asked if I like casual talk, and they start getting to know me that way. And the owner and I became friends.
Now, if you were to go back today, do you think you could get that job again?
No, the owner, the school went under, and the owner went to Vietnam, and now he's a coffee broker. He's
Wow.
selling coffee. Matter of fact, I just said hi to him this morning.
Okay, so is this Jedi any value to you? It's just one stupid ass bullshit comment after the next.
Jedi is pretty good guy.
Okay.
He sponsors me and in my channel with Super Chat. He has a girlfriend in Iloilo, and he's planning on retiring in Iloilo. So he's a pretty decent person.
Okay.
Why is he talking nonsense?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not really looking at what he's saying. Jedi, be nice.
How much money did I take to the PH? Quite a bit.
I took a
But
lot of money. I took a lot of money.
I still have my job.
I put.
so-
I remember me. You know those fanny packs that
Yeah.
that go like a money pack. Well, that's what I had on me,
No, I don't have anything
and
like that.
I had $10,000 bundles, 4 of them on me. When I went through the when I went through the gate.
Bundles of cash. Okay. Well,
I was sweating bullets when I did that, because I thought I was gonna lose. I thought, because you're not supposed to have more than $10,000 on me when I go to a foreign country, because they think that you're a drug dealer. So I was worried about I was worried about that when I did that.
why not just put it in the bank and then
And-
take it out slowly from the ATM?
Well, plus I had money. I had my other 401k money with me also, and like I said, I like on my credit card, because I had Alaska a credit card. I mean Alaska, what do you call it? Spokane. I had a good credit card with me.
I've never
Oh,
brought
yeah.
in more than $500 in cash in one time.
I was paranoid. I had, if you look at some of my pictures, I'll show you a picture later on. I had a giant gold nugget watch on me. I mean, this was a huge, it was like around a $3,000 watch with giant Alaska gold nuggets on it. I had, but you're not supposed to wear bling because of people robbing you and shit. I didn't know any better back then.
I see.
Fuck, I was green.
Well, had you been
But
to the Philippines before that?
I got pictures. Yeah.
Not the
but,
time you moved here,
you
but
know.
have you ever visited the Philippines before you moved to the Philippines?
Yeah. Philippines, Hong Kong, Taipei.
So you took those trips
But-
before you moved to the Philippines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when I finally moved here, I took everything with me all at once.
The wads of cash and all
Like
the
electronics shit.
hey John Escape,
Yeah, I
how are
went
you?
balls out.
Well, for me, I never took more than $500 because I have the ATMs, and you need a lot more than you think you're going to. That's all I can say. The money will
You
go
need-
fast
you
if
need
you live
definitely a
large.
cash. Well, yeah, but you know, I learned my bedroom setup and my boarding room setup. I didn't need to have metal. Good. I didn't need to have all those SM bedroom set metal stuff. I could have went bamboo, which would have been just as nice and cheaper. But yeah, all that metal stuff was very expensive, and I didn't need to spend so much money, hundreds of dollars per room. just to make it look nice. I could have just went native bamboo style, and it would have been just as nice and cheaper. But I didn't have nobody to guide me. And that girl, my girlfriend at that time, she was looking at like, hey, when he goes, I'm gonna get it all. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what she was looking at.
Yeah, the girls will suck
I
you
would get
dry
mail
if
ticket.
you let them. And
Well, her and her parents, her mom, not her parents, but her mom and her relatives got me.
you got to be smart about it. You got to let them do their part for you, not just you do everything for them.
But I didn't have nobody guiding me. I mean, compared to today, I got people like you and other people, Kanoi, that would have helped me walk me through things. But back then, I didn't have nobody. I went in there blind.
CFD says, growing up in the fishing industry, going back 4 generations, no drugs on the boat. Captain and boat owner could lose everything. Once you're on the dock, it's a free
Yeah.
for all. We should
Yeah.
call out those
but-
Filipino shows. Most of them are calling them out. Are you kidding, Chris Matthews? I mean, this is what we had our shows the last few days. There's a scam a minute here when it comes to that. Because some of these guys are so desperate, they'll put up with anything for a little attention.
CFD, we had a guy. He went into our medicine cabinet and he took the morphine injections, and he secretly injected himself with morphine just to get a high. And one day somebody got hurt and they needed to use the morphine to kill the pain for the guy that got hurt, and there was no morphine. So we had to go to ADAC for medical treatment because the guy was in extreme pain. But we had a junkie on board, and we dropped him off at ADAC, the guy that was misusing the medicine.
Yeah, John, that's commonplace here. Squatters areas get burned to the ground quite often. Arcelia's Corners squatter area where she grew up was burned to the ground by someone who was jealous over somebody. They took a lantern and threw it in, and 327 homes were burned to the ground.
Sometimes the landowners do that just to get rid of everybody. Relocation.
Yeah, they'll do it. They'll even tell them that they're going to do it sometimes. And sometimes the government themselves
pack
do
up. Time to go.
When they want you out, they're going to burn the place to the ground. Now, I don't think that affected Tropical Tim because he was on our show earlier today with his wife, so I don't think they were affected.
Keep your cash in the bank. Yeah,
That's what I've always done. I've only brought $500 at a time. I put everything in multiple ATMs. Bank of America, Chase, and Citibank.
I had to keep on moving my money all the time to keep her from finding it. I always had to find new cubby holes to hide my money.
Were you waking up at night in cold sweats that somebody was taking your money?
Yeah, I got paranoid all the time, thinking that. But I always had to find new places to put it. Sometimes I would forget where I put it because I got so paranoid sometimes.
Tim's not in the squatters area, Kanoi, but it's Tondo looks pretty squattery no matter where you go. I'm doing great, John Escape. How are you?
No wife.
No, I don't have a wife.
Go
Finger.
for Biggie and Cebu.
He doesn't live in his wife is from Tondo. They're going to move Chris Matthews to Palawan, most likely. And They're building something out there. So they did a year in Tondo, and they're going to be moving out. He's only been here. He was in the Philippines less than a year.
Thank you guys for coming out to our show.
Yeah, there's nothing fishy going on with those two. That's for sure. I've met Tropical Tim.
Yeah, Tim seems like an okay guy.
Yes. But that's where his wife is from. They had a free house, and I think the long-term plan on that is moving out to Palawan. They have a house there. I don't know if he wants to go, though, because he's like a legend in Tondo.
Just because he's been there for so long?
Well, he's only been there for 10 months or 11 months. He hasn't, I think he might have just come up to 1 year, but he said he's the only foreign guy he's seen in Tondo since he moved there. So he's kind of a legend amongst the local Filipino population. Oh, there's a lot of Americans living in shitholes. Most of them move to shitholes. That's the problem. Then they don't last very long. I see that Cebu
because
City
they get broken
U-turn
into.
here all the time. You don't get broken into in a place like Tondo, though, because everyone's watching. There's too many people watching everything all the time. So he hasn't had that happen yet. But that's where they chose to live. They like it there, but they're not planning on staying there very long. Well, whether it's true or
You're gonna
not,
have a show
that's
pretty
where they
soon?
chose to live. No. I'm not going to do one at this time.
All right.
I was thinking of doing it, but you were going to do it, so I said, okay.
Well, I was gonna get off pretty soon if you was gonna do a show.
No.
No problem.
Oh, they're very happy, John Escape. I'm with a lucky couple and completely genuine. Much better than anything you could think you're going to see based on their show. They actually are very wonderful people in person. I don't have a single bit of criticism to make with Tropical Tim and his wife.
All right, Jedi.
Calaocan, huh?
Be safe. Have
Well.
a good.
Not exactly a garden spot either, Kanoi. There's a lot of drugs everywhere. I mean, this world is drugged. It seems like in all
say
industries.
no. Yeah.
That's it. But you didn't do that. Oh, look at that! Look at that green screen. Ah, you missed it. You had looked like there was a hat that you were wearing right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You missed
it's
it.
a Lynx hat. I don't.
Now you're
miss
up to
nothing.
18 in the house, Kevin, and you're going to go off, huh?
Well, I was thinking about you, buddy. I think about
As
other
soon as
people,
Kevin
not
gets
just
some
me.
big numbers, I think of other people too.
Think about other
Well,
people. Courtesy.
there. Okay, like Kanoy is saying, Kanoy, you will admit most people view Calocan as kind of a shithole too, but there's something about it that addicts certain people. And I think Tropical Tim just enjoys where he lives. Whether we would do it ourselves is a whole not, it's really none of our business.
I've been in shitty places. I can adapt.
Like Prudhoe Bay, Alaska.
No, I'm talking about like in Eskimo villages and in Ilo, living in shitty places. I lived in a Nipa hut style house, like what do you call it? One of those tire, not kind of like a bamboo floor. I was terrified that I was gonna step wrong place and go right through the floor. That always sucked.
You felt you were going to go crashing through the floor, huh? I've been on
Yeah,
bamboo
because
floors like that.
step on the wrong place. You gotta be careful where you walk. Kind of like kung fu.
Oh,
You gotta
I-
be careful where you walk.
I've done that. I was
those
on
little
a
nails
house
come up?
before it was over the ocean in a bamboo floor, and you could feel it giving way, and you're like, I'm going to crash through this floor right
Yeah.
into the ocean.
Yeah. And
They
then
watch out
then,
for me,
then
yeah.
they tell me, do you want to go upstairs? Hell no. Go upstairs and there's more bamboo floor? Shit. How come you
So I
how come you don't
got
got mahogany floor?
what happened when you were having sex, Kevin? If you were on the top, was the house itself shaking and about to collapse?
I never went up. I never went upstairs. I never went upstairs. Only downstairs. And the house
Oh.
did shake. Her sister goes, how come the bed goes He's making that noise.
It would be funny as hell though if you did it upstairs and the entire house collapsed on top of you like that, right in the middle of
Oh,
that.
hey! One day on Father's Day, we were outside eating cake, and I got cake caught in my throat, and I couldn't breathe, and I went on the side of the house, and tried to dislodge the cake out of my throat, and I was standing on this drainage what do you call it? It's like a big drainage. I don't know what it is, but they had a big cement cover on top, and I was standing on the cover, and I was jumping up and down to dislodge the cake, and the whole house started shaking when I was jumping, and the landlord come running out of the house, and he goes, earthquake, earthquake, earthquake. And I couldn't tell him that I was choking, but I couldn't tell him that I was jumping up and down. But he come running out of the house, because part of it was cement and the other part was mahogany. But he ran out of the house saying, earthquake, earthquake, get away. But yeah, I was jumping up and down on the cover of the drainage. But yeah, that was
Wow.
pretty funny. Pretty funny.
What do you think? The question is, what do you think of Rike, Big Kevin?
He thinks he's high and mighty, and he thinks he's too good for everybody.
Why?
But about his sexual preference. I don't know too much about his girls because I don't follow him, so I really can't. I really don't know about the age bracket that he sees. But
Is that your only comment about him?
yeah, like I
I
said,
don't know
I
enough
don't
about him.
follow him.
I don't know
Yeah.
enough about him to give any kind of an opinion.
Yeah, same with me. I know of him, but I really can't judge about him. But I just know that he's kind of like a prick.
Yeah, I don't know. I
18
know
or
that
21. That's kind of young.
anyone who is doing the shows trying to help people come to the Philippines, I never watched those shows because I already have been living here for a long time. People ask me that a lot, though. Do you watch so and so show or this show or that show? And I always say,
Yeah,
no. Why
I
would I?
don't watch hardly any of those guys. I heard the name before, but I don't watch none of them. They're not
Yeah.
my interest. I
Hold
got
on
my
one sec.
own problems that I'm watching. I'm taking
Yeah,
care of
me
my
too.
own
I don't have any
problems.
time for that. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I really got my own problems, personal problems, and YouTube problems, and I really don't got time to worry about what some Tom, Dick, and Harry's doing. It's really none of my business to worry about them. Like I said, my own personal and my kids' problems is way more than what these guys are doing. There's a hate show on late tonight. Yeah. No interest of mine. So I'm not gonna watch. It's a waste of my time to watch that kind of stuff.
I've never understood why people are so interested in these shows consulting people anyway. When I came to the Philippines, there were no such shows, and you just came and you figured it out. You asked questions, a couple things on Google. It just seems like you don't need YouTube people to guide you how to live in the Philippines. It's pretty simple, straightforward. I know you didn't have it when you moved here in 2002. Nobody was on YouTube.
No, I only had Yahoo.
Yahoo Messenger.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, you had a show and you guys were talking, and I only remember Yahoo. And Yahoo was when I first met my first girlfriend, and she showed me her boobs.
And Kevin's like, give me more Yahoo.
I said Yahoo destroyed me.
I'm just trying to remember when I first
I give
came.
up. I give.
I don't know anything about
Yahoo
it, Chris.
killed me.
I've never heard of it.
Biggie. Oh, Riff Raff Radio.
I know. I mean, I know
Oh,
Roberto.
yeah,
I think he's
that-
part of that, but I've never actually listened to a show. I like Roberto, but
Yeah,
I don't know the other
Roberto
people.
was the founder of it.
Big-
But she was talking about that buy-on boxes. Yeah, that's what drove that machete into my head was relatives from San Diego sending those damn boxes, and my kids were getting the good stuff first, and then everybody else was getting the throwaway stuff. And jealousy is what ruled what my kids get the good stuff and everybody else get what my kids don't get, understand? And her brother didn't like it. That's what brought the rage into the jealousy. But Frank and Pinoy and those guys don't understand the jealousy part.
The only shows I really listen to
how-
are people trying to monetize who are Filipinos, like Chi, and then what was the one, Lyrich. I do watch Tropical Tim and Kevin and Fazio. Other than that, I really don't watch that many shows. I don't watch Kevin's show that much either because he's usually on at hours that I'm not awake. But when I am awake, I watch it. We talk a lot, but he has usually shows like at 2 a.m. or something like that. So I'm already asleep. But all the rest of it, I don't watch any other. Trying to think of any other vloggers other than Filipinos working their way up through the ranks. I mean, there's a few like the Rileys. There's a few here and there, but for the most part, there's only a handful that I watch, and they're none of the hate shows.
But when they say that jealousy doesn't rule, man, there's a lot of jealousy in a lot of families. So don't kid yourself when they say there's no jealousy, especially when there's a white person in the family. There's a lot of jealousy that pop up.
They call her that, Chris, but they don't know her. I actually know her personally in face to face, and it's just not true. She's not a scammer. Thank you very much, Sean Escape. Appreciate that. Breaking Traditions is here.
Tradition.
People say stuff all the time,
buddy.
Chris, about me or about Kevin or about Chi or this or that. Not one thing I've ever
Fazio.
read or heard is true. And almost everything about Fazio is not true. Some of it is, but like 90%
Fazio's
of
a
it
good
is
man.
false. So, like, I've been telling Kevin from day one, I don't care what they say, whether they say I'm the greatest guy in the world or if they say I'm the biggest asshole in the world. They don't know me. The people who know me, actually met me, have their opinion. They know what I'm all about. And the people that do the shows like that, they don't have a slightest clue. Three
Yeah,
guys.
and hey, you guys,
Huh?
I don't have nothing against Shirley. So any rumors you guys are gonna spread about Shirley and her breaking up with me, or I breaking up with Shirley, or I got a new girlfriend, none of that stuff is true. Okay, if Shirley wanna part ways, she part ways. But I got no problem with her. We're not fighting. We're not enemies. We're not this. We're not that. If she want to have a timeout with me, she has a timeout with me. But if she want to have friendship with with Jay want to catch her because she's a fallen angel. Hey, he can try to catch her, but that's not gonna happen. She's not crazy. I mean, but he's just deranged, and he wants to think that she is a certain person that's going to be his and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that made that video. She didn't make that video. He's the one that posted it.
So anyway, Chris, the thing is, look, she's made mistakes in her life for sure. And whatever her status is, the simplest way to deal with it is just don't give her money, don't watch her show, tune into someone else. And I don't know why people are so overly eager to make shows and investigate. If you don't like her show, you don't have to watch her show. She has.
Who are you talking about?
He's talking about Chi. You know, she's done things that I'm sure she regrets that might have been over the line, but nothing
We
about
all done things
truly
that we
scamming.
regret.
Probably talked to too many people and gave wrong impressions about this or that, but that's, you know, that's about as far as it goes. So the idea that you're going to go and make shows and try to slander someone just shows you what a bunch of scumbags those people are. Well, people should be upfront, but if you don't like a woman, why would you go to the trouble to? Well, there's a lot of scamming going on. The easiest way to handle a scam is real simple. Don't send anyone money unless you met them face to face and you know them. If you're sending money on YouTube and you haven't met the person, you don't know them, you're not really sure what's going on, why would you send them money? It's really the guys that are being stupid. Yeah, she's not a scammer. She's made mistakes, but she's not a scammer. Dave K's right. It's not really scamming. It's more of like getting in over her head, dealing with too many people, and it becomes like it gets a little overboard. But you know, the question is though, why are they so obsessed with all of this stuff?
Is it obsessed? Obsessed?
Obsessive.
I don't know how
They're
to pronounce
obsessed
that.
with bringing down Chi. They're obsessed with bringing down this person, bringing down that person. These people are
I
the
like to
biggest
send-
piles of filth the world has ever seen. They should just move on and get a life. That's the reality.
Hey, you guys, I'm going to be like Mr. Fazio. Hey, I'm a scammer. Send me money. There.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. There. So send me money. I'm gonna follow Mr. Fazio's lead. Send me money. I'm a scammer. Send that's a hard word for come out of my mouth. Send me money. I'm a scammer. Thank
If
you.
someone-
Thank you. Thank you very much.
If someone thinks
Salama.
someone broke the law against them personally, then go ahead and file a case. You're going to get laughed right out of court. They're going to say, "Why would you be sending money
No.
to somebody that you don't know anything about?"
Light up my screen with super chat money. Come on. Make my day. Make me feel good like Mr. Fazio. I already had some super chat. Don't stop. Make what's his name? Frank. Make Frank go crazy. Goes and make a living. Yeah,
They're
do.
going to make a living. They're not going to starve. They're going to, there might be some compromises going on there, but she's not a scammer, and they're not going to be able to prove that. So it's just an attempt to slander yet another person.
The U.S.
And when that one's died, there'll be another one. That it's always another one, another one.
Thank you very much, Salama.
Oh, you got it down, huh?
Mr.
Got it,
Fazio, you're my angel, buddy. Don't land on me, but you're my angel.
Cabalin
Michael.
Betty's vlog. Okay, check that out. Is that now in any way your love interest?
Who are you talking to? Breaking tradition?
Yep. No, Chris Matthews. That didn't happen. That's a bunch of BS. She didn't do anything to a handicapped guy. The guy comes on her show and my show, and they talk all the time. Let's see.
Oh.
Who's Chris Matthews? I mean, he's got to start wondering now. This over eagerness when it comes to Chi. Let's see. No subs, no videos, no content. Why are you so interested, Chris Matthews? Oh, and there's
You gotta be
Kanoy.
somebody.
Oh, you can, yeah, Kanoy. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's all BS.
Hey! Oh, I got a sticker. Is that a sticker? I never got a stick. I don't think I got a sticker before. Thank you for the sticker. Game over.
I think we have our little badger here with us in the room tonight. Isn't that exciting?
Wow. Really?
Yeah. What do you think, Kanoy? Captain Hook, Kanoy? What do you think?
Is that the stinky one?
The gay badge. No, it's not a fact, Chris Matthews. It's a big lie. And he came on my show and said it was all a big lie. So do you want to listen to him, or do you want to listen to people talk about what they think he said?
I gotta get up for a moment. Thank you very much, Salama.
Getting good at that.
Shit. You know, Michael Fazio, you're the best.
It's working for you, huh? Tell him you want to scam him some
man.
more, Kevin. I think you'll get some more super chats.
You know, I feel a little bit bad saying that. Just because I'm gonna have some assholes saying that.
Oh, Dave Cade
Kevin the
came
scammer.
through.
I knew it.
He likes being taken advantage of. Dave Cade, you like being scammed by Big Kevin, huh? That's great. Okay. Hey, Kanoy, are you there? Working girl. Hasta la vista, the little badger.
Baby.
Yeah, you can always
Thank
tell when it's just the same rehashed
Badger
people,
time.
the same three people that change their name over and over. They have all this special inside knowledge. They always end up revealing their true intentions.
Oh.
She's made mistakes. She's acknowledged a lot of it, and repented of it. But she's never gone out scamming.
I hope he's not touching himself when he's talking to you.
He probably was.
That's kind of messed up.
Probably
Don't do that no more.
thinking of sphincter muscles.
That's not funny no more. Truthfully.
It never was. It's sick.
Yeah.
I also think the rebranded Chi show this last week has improved quite a bit. She's been doing topics, having co-hosts, and she's really been making some improvements.
Yeah, since you fired me, that kind of pissed me off. I got fired.
Well, the thing is too, like, okay, here's the deal. If somebody does something,
I got rejected.
do you just block them, or do you try to, work with them and rehabilitate it? And I think that a lot of her friends have decided they're going to try to help her get to doing really good shows and improve things instead of just attacking. And at first you always want to attack. It's just like human nature. But then you say, okay, what are we doing this for? Like, what are we really trying to accomplish? Just to attack her, or we want to actually help her improve?
Thanks, brother.
Whatever it is.
Hey,
Well, keep scamming them, Kevin. Come on.
Did you know breaking tradition? God damn
Oh,
it.
yeah. We served in the Marines at the same time, in the same year, at the same location. We are
Yeah.
we're both killers, right? Right, breaking tradition.
Killers.
We went,
You could
yeah, we
probably
went
kill
through
a Big Mac, I
jungle
bet.
jungle warfare training in Subic at the same exact month and year.
Huh. I wasn't going to say that, but.
You want us to show you some of the moves?
Moves.
I'll come there to Kentucky and show you what we learned.
Hey, bring
My
your
boot
fat
up your
ass
ass
over
while I'm
here.
at it.
Oh, please, 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 come on down. Come on down to Big Daddy. Come
Shout
on
out,
down.
shout out, shout out.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Shit. You
Yeah,
can
it's
show me
kinda
how to
weird.
work. You can show me how to work my gun.
And interestingly enough, breaking traditions, I don't know if you know this, but what's his name? The guy that was on our show today, Bill from
Jethro.
Philippine On Demand, he was there at the same time also. We probably knew each other. We just didn't know about it at that time.
Fucking family.
Yeah, there's a lot of that jarhead stuff going around here, Thomas Grube.
You know, whatever. You guys probably patting each other on the ass.
Wow. You were in the Circle Jerk Brigade, right?
Whatever. It's still a brigade. I'm the leader. Shit. I was the giver. I wasn't the receiver.
As long as you were number one in something,
Sorry.
that's good.
It was always good to be the giver.
I heard that when you were 20, you could throw it farther than all your friends.
Hey, at least I didn't catch it.
I heard that you could throw it up to 4
Right,
feet
Frank?
in one shot. It's
Hey,
been so
hey,
long breaking traditions. I can't even remember it really. I mean, I remember it, but I've tried to get it out of my mind. That's kind of how my mind works. They trained us that way to kind of compartmentalize stuff and move on. So I really don't ever actively remember those times that much.
I bet you Frank knows about a blanket party.
Oh, he knows about a lot of things. He knows about sphincter muscles and man boobs, bald spots. He's got it all down, dude. You're like the poster child for what he fantasizes about the most.
Yeah. I'm his nightmare. Fucking pussy old man.
And what's he? Your bitch?
Hey, somebody gotta be the bitch.
I would love to see that one. I mean, is that something that if you ever come back, maybe you can take a trip over there? Subjugate your
Wouldn't
little
that be
bitch?
nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Terrorize? No, we won't terrorize you, buddy.
No, we don't call for violence. Hell no.
No, I'm a pacifist. Peace, brother.
Were you doing that pacifism when you were a bouncer? You said, please leave
Hell
the
yeah.
bar.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm a nice guy. Peace.
You were a nice guy, right? As you were, sticking your fist between their eyes, right?
Hey. Love. Peace. Love.
Well, John, he has a hard-on for Big Kevin, and I can see why. Big Kevin's a very handsome guy. Even though he's older and bald, he's still a dapper, handsome, debonair fellow.
Volunteer bald.
When did you go bald, man?
Volunteer. I volunteer. I shave every day.
But when did you first start doing that?
Jesus.
When did you come out of denial
hell.
like I am? I never knew I had a bald spot. till
Maybe
I,
30 years old. I got like a quarter size baldness in the back. Then it just spread like wildfire.
Wow.
Then one day in the Philippines, I just said, hell, there's a barber across the street. Let's just go over there and just have her shave it all off. Then my whole head looked like a Q-tip, all white. I said, "Damn, I gotta get some sunlight on this. Gotta look like I gotta recharge."
Um.
Those were the good old days.
So Kevin, so bald 25, yeah.
Getting bald.
Getting bald. I never knew it until about a month and a half ago, and when the Badger told me. So, I owe him a debt of gratitude. At least I know now. So Kevin, here I want to clear up another rumor.
Oh yeah.
Are you officially anything right now? Single, taken? What's your status in life that you can share publicly?
I'm in limbo right now because I am on timeout right now until further notice.
You're on timeout.
Timeout.
So, Kanoy, you went bald in the 40s. Yeah, I shaved my head 2 years ago, and I wore it like Kanoy does for a while. Just because I don't know what got into me. I got home from Australia on a trip, and I have no idea what possessed me, Kanoy. I just went in, grabbed a shaver, and just went wild. But then I never did it again. I didn't maintain it. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I probably need to go that route eventually. Darren is here.
Yeah.
Darren's Travels is here.
Hey,
So
Darren.
So you're officially like on timeout right now. That's what you're saying?
Well, I don't know. She never came back. I got blocked last night after having my lovely co-host, and she said a couple not very kind words on the show, and then I found out I was blocked on Facebook, and no more. And then on her, she had a nice video of Jay catching an angel, and that was it. That was it. Yeah, that's it.
They tout
not
themselves as experts. I don't know what makes someone an expert just because they live in the Philippines. It's nauseating. So here's my
doghouse. I'm
my rule. You should adopt my rule of thumb, Kevin. If someone blocks me,
Yeah.
I block them for at least 10 days after they block me. So if they block me for 1 day, that's worth 10 days of being blocked. If you're going to go through this block in and out stuff, you're just making a fool out of yourself, my friend. You got to stand up and say, okay, you want to block me? I'm going to block you too. I'm out of this. That's my advice to you. I mean, you have to lay down the law and say, okay, go ahead and go with that other person. I'm going to have enough self-respect here, and you want to block me over nothing? Fine, I'm going to block you too. Don't act like you're desperate for it, and I think, who knows? We'll see if we get anybody else with that opinion, but that's my opinion. I wouldn't put up with that bullshit for even 1 second, dude. I would be out of there so fast her head would be spinning round and round like a basketball on Meadowlark Lemon's finger. Okay? But that's the Big E.
I could kick a basketball pretty far, but I can't spin the basketball.
Well, I'm trying to teach you how to do that.
I could spin somebody on my finger, but I can't spin the basketball.
Oh, that's true, Kanoy. You can send Kevin money, and he can consult you on relationships with Brazilian girls and with in-laws in the Philippines. How to get along with your male in-law. And you can give him $50 an hour to give you that consultation.
I could probably tell you what not to do, but I'm not an expert on what.
Oh,
to
you
do.
are an expert. You go back to scamming them so they can send you super chats. Come on, you were doing better when you told them you were scamming them.
Thank you. Oh yeah, wait. I'm a scammer. Send me super chat money. I'm a scammer.
There you go. Come on, someone send it in. I mean, in all honesty, you are more of an expert than most of them because you did spend 13 years in the Philippines. Most of them haven't been in the Philippines that long. They're usually an expert
I
after they've been
survived
here
the
for a week.
Philippines. I survived. I literally survived the Philippines. dying on the operating table. That's pretty good, fuckers. Shit.
So I noticed you brushed right past my advice on the blocking parts. Okay.
Well, I can't do anything right now. Jesus.
Block. I'll tell you what, dude. I've got another alternative for you. You can't get to the Philippines, right? But I'll tell you where you can go. You can go down to Tijuana, Mexico, and have
get
yourself
kidnapped,
a good
huh?
old time.
Broke ass.
It's well, how many people were kidnapped in Tijuana? Like 7?
Oh, I have no idea.
There's 2 million people living there. I've been to Tijuana tons of times. Did you ever go to Tijuana, Breaking Traditions? Were you ever at Pendleton? You probably did. You go there, you can go down to Ensenada. I mean, that's just right across the border. There's a lot of places like that. You could go to Ecuador. You could go to a lot of places, and you don't have to put up with all that bullshit. So that's the biggie. Grab your balls back and attach them to your body. Advice. I'm serious. You know, my offer to you, I'm not going to repeat that offer. You know what it is. It's still going to be there, whether you go to Panama, Ecuador, Cambodia, or you go to Brazil. Okay? Not going to reiterate what that is at this moment, but you know what that offer was.
Yeah.
Put your balls back on in the scrotum and sew it up, and don't let them out again. Okay, don't let them out on the loose. Seriously. Cuba, that might be not a bad idea, John Escape. That might be a very good idea because it's very close to Kevin. He could probably get there in less than 2 to 3 hours flying. It's only an hour flight from Miami.
Cuba's open to us now.
I see more and more people that have gone there. I don't know if it's directly open. I'm not sure, but I have a feeling if you went there, it would be like going back to the Philippines in the 1970s. You went to jail there twice, Breaking Traditions. That ought to tell you what a great town it was, because if he went to jail twice in Tijuana, that means it's a fun place to go. Okay, he's saying it's a great place, easy visa to get. Okay, there you go, Big Kev. Dive in, dude. I mean, you can get down there next week if you want, or whenever this thing is up. A couple $100. You're boom, boom, boom. You're there. All the Cubans I've ever known in my life, and I've known quite a few, I liked them all. They were all very cool people. Fly to Toronto, get a connection. Well, it's kind of going up to go back down. It's kind of a tough one. But I think you can get in there now, Kanoi. I think I read that somewhere. They've opened it up a little bit. Bali's awesome, dude. I like Bali a lot. I mean, Indonesia as a whole is very similar. Like Jakarta is very similar to Manila. It's kind of a mess. It's tons of traffic. But if you go to Bali, Darren, Bali is very large. I mean, you can never run out of things to do in Bali, and it's totally worth going. It's about half the price of Hawaii, if you can sort of gauge it that way. JetBlue, American and JetBlue, says John Escape is going there now. So, Kevin, are you reattaching them now? You getting the wetting your whistle there a little bit, huh? Kevin won't post this live now. Trust me. He'll put it in private. You don't want to get in trouble. Oh yeah, India.
Why do you act that way? Why do you act that way?
Indonesia is a lot. In fact, when I've been to Indonesia before for business, and in many areas of Indonesia, they look just like Filipinas, just like especially the Borneo section of Malaysia. You almost can't tell the difference. You can hear it if they talk. They have a different accent, but they are exactly like the Filipinas that you're going to see. That's where most of the Philippines is from. It's a Malay. They're all Malays, and so is most of Indonesia. Okay, Breaking Traditions. Take care.
Hey, brother, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, my friend.
Yeah. Okay, so what do we say? I mean, if you go to Indonesia though, Darren, you're looking at a 18-hour flight. It's a long ass flight, and 18 from LA. Okay, Kevin would have to get to LA, so we're looking at from Kentucky, 3.5 hours, 4 hours. Then you got a 17.
I would go from, I would go from Kentucky to Nashville, then from Nashville to my whatever destination.
You're not going from Nashville to Jakarta. You're going from Nashville to LA, and then you're LA to Jakarta. So it's a lot versus going to Miami, and from Miami going down to Cuba. You can go to Iran. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, John Escape. Probably not high on the list. I'd be willing to do it, but I've had a hard time getting in there. I had people that wanted me to go do a convention in Iran, and the hoops I had to jump through was so extreme that I said, no, I'm not going to do it.
Did I just freeze? Damn it.
Yeah, you're frozen. But if you go to Chicago, he has to go up and then back down. I think that if you're going to go to Cuba, you can do that by going to Miami first. It's just a quick flight for him down. You were back and now you're gone.
And I'm back again.
So what's the consensus?
Hey, Shirley, how you doing, my friend? Shirley's here. Hi. I can feel it. I'm joking. I don't know if she's here or not.
Well, if she is, definitely high.
Fuck.
Keep her to fly. Okay.
I'm not
Maybe
saying nothing, Shirley. These guys is filling me with things I don't want to do. Honest.
Oh, the balls are coming back out of the sack again.
I knew you were
There
gonna say that.
is the Hapsters, the happy Hapsters. How are you? Aloha.
Aloha.
Wah, wah, wah. So, Kevin, honestly, seriously, we gotta help Kevin find his balls marathon here.
I know where they are. They've been in the same place for 58 years.
They're in the testicle lockbox with the key down in Brazil.
Yeah. Well, they're in a safe place.
Okay. Yeah, that is a safe place. I don't think anyone will grab them down there. Aloha.
I know where my cojones are.
Where are they? We haven't seen them for about 3 or 4 months.
Swinging to the left, swinging to the right.
Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight. Yeah, I don't
There
think
you
so.
go, buddy.
I don't think so.
Oh man, I
Well,
gotta get my
anyway.
teeth put in.
It's coming. You're going to reopen here in the next week or two.
Oh man, I hope so.
They
I'm
can't
supposed
keep
to be first on the list on my surgery.
That would suck, yeah. Okay, so we've accomplished something here. You got who else wants to be corrupted by Big Kevin? Anybody else? He wants some corrupt super chats. He
Aloha.
wants to scam you. And he makes no bones about it. Anyone who sends a super chat, he's
Giddy up
scam-
on the horsey. Giddy up. Ba-da-dum, 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 bum, bum, ba-da-dum, 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 bum. I better not do that. That looks kind of fucked up, huh? Da-da-dum, 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 dun, dun. Da-da-dum, 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 dun, dun. Whoa! Da-dum, 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 dun, dun. Yeah, that doesn't look right.
Kanoi, I'd be on that airplane the first day the airport's open, and I'd be heading to somewhere, probably Cuba.
Cuba. Venezuela. How's that? Is it nice down there?
It's phenomenal there, and they had 8 Miss Universes from Venezuela, but now it's such an unstable country. It had the most beautiful women in the world there, for sure.
Oh, hey,
There's
Scott.
Scott Del Fuego, the Hapsters, Darren, Dave K, Kanoi.
Eight Miss Universes? Damn.
7 or 8 from Venezuela alone. Yeah. Incredibly.
My
incredibly
cousin
attractive
got
women.
an employee there.
But
He
it's not
had an
safe for you.
employee that worked
It's not
down
safe
there.
for you to go there. You could go to Colombia, but I think Colombia is becoming another Philippine situation.
Oh.
Spanish? C.
Well, isn't Colombia always been messed up there?
C.
See. Well, Scott speaks fluent
C.
Spanish. CC. I don't know. I'll see what's going on. Hopefully,
¿Cómo?
I'll find out what's going on. ¿Cómo está, amigo?
Bien, y tú?
The boutte. There.
That's all you need to know.
Viene.
You just use sign language. Like, if you want a very large Mexican pizza,
There's
yeah,
their
like
sign
that.
language.
That'll work. That'll work.
You're number one.
Number
Mr.
one.
Poggio, number one. I'm a
Cuba's Spanish.
stammerer.
Darren.
Give me super chat.
Spanish is so easy to learn. If you immerse yourself into it, I used to speak Spanish a lot, and then when I would get away from
You're an
it, I would
educated
forget.
person, though.
And after a week or two, when I would be down in those countries, I would, I'm not talking fluent. I'm talking just be able to get by. I took Spanish for many years, and I took Russian. Did you take a foreign language when you were in school?
No.
Not even high school? Because they used to make you take at least one semester of Spanish or French, I remember when I was in high school. Why would you take the Philippines over Cuba, John Escape? I'm just curious, other than the political situation. The show went on for 2 hours and 45 minutes, Mrs. Hapster. We had 43 people still in the room when we left. We kicked it over to Chi. I hate leaving when there's that many people hanging around, but we went up to about 56 at its highest. So it was a good showing. It was good.
Yeah, you had a good day.
Thank you for being on the panel in Kanoi also. I'd like to do more like that, more issue driven, and do the teaching and then do the ones with the panels. Just mix it up. Mix it up. It was a really good one. I did think that the one guy that came on got semi-attacked. I felt bad for him. And
You talking about Bob?
Bill. And it was unfair.
Yeah.
And I just felt bad. He's a good guy. People just can't let people be happy. And
He's a newbie. That's what happens.
yeah, I think I need to continue to. I was thinking of doing that, Kanoi. Let me get your opinion on that. Because I still have a lot of the scams that I wanted to go through. Marriage scams, different things. So I was thinking of doing a part 2. There's so many things you could delve into. And we ended up getting away from all the scams. And we went into, because there's a lot of scams that affect both sides. And we need to, it kind of got into an age gap thing. But I don't think you attacked him, but I think that the guy went on the hot seat all of a sudden, and I do feel, because the guy has heart disease. He's a great guy, very, very nice man, and you could just see the sharks were out for blood. And I think it was interesting in one sense, because if it's like that in that room, can you imagine what you would go through on a daily basis if you brought them back? And I think we might need to delve into these topics for many days and have different people come up and talk and share. Because my whole goal on my show is just to get people to think for themselves and sort of get out of la la land and just sort of be real about it. No, you didn't either. I mean, you're just telling like what you feel, and neither one of you did anything wrong. It's just, it is, and I mean, it's a very unusual situation, and it's tough, and I think people need to know it.
He's at.
I think that, I mean, they really do seem like they are sweet with each other, and I know that Bill has medical issues. I pray for him to have a long life together with his wife, and I think if they stay together in the Philippines, they're going to be fine. But I do believe that if you brought her back, and he himself said abstractly, he would never want to have his, a young daughter do the same thing. I think that he would be annihilated in the U.S. I think it would be just a free-for-all. And it's unfortunate that people can't
A feeding frenzy.
Yeah, it'd be a feeding frenzy. So I don't think he's going to lose any support. I think he's going to gain support, because I think he handled it about as well as anyone could. I think most people would not be willing to come up like that, and I do give him credit for doing that. So I hope everybody really throws their support to Bill. Also, just from another standpoint, like, I do get it. And I mean, as a man, there's like a certain thing, like you want the young, it's kind of like a man thing. But in the day-to-day practical nature of relationships, like if you're going to bring them back to your country, the age gap should be more reasonable, because I think the girl will be attacked daily and brainwashed to leave the man. Yeah, if you could let him know that, Kanoi, that I think that, I mean, I saw him get really emotional there, and anyway, I think he was mad at me for a while there, but honest to God, I certainly had no intention of putting him on a hot seat or anything like that either.
Yeah, the people at the office or her workplace would drive a wedge between them.
They would, and I think that people, even though it's brutally hard for what he went through, I actually think people in the room need to know that that's the reality of life. You come over as a 50 or 60-year-old man, you get yourself a young girl, 20, whatever the age, you bring her back to Canada or the US or Australia, that's what you're going to go through every day. And so even though I feel bad for him, God knows I do, I actually think it was very instructive for the rest of the people to see a little foretaste of what you're going to go through every day. So I do think we need to do more, and I'm willing to not even have it on my show. If you want to do it, Hapster, on yours, we can rotate the stuff around, because it's about getting the information out more than, you know, I think we have like a community of people that are kind of tight with each other, and we want everyone to sort of be not exactly in lockstep, but we want, if we're on the same page, I think the other shows and other formats can shine a lot of light on these topics too, not just that show at 5 p.m. If Kevin ever found his balls, maybe he can do a show on that topic as well.
But as a man, we see the woman and we go, "This is my trophy," and we want to show her off, and we are proud, and we want to show her off to our friends. But
Yes.
when the woman goes to work, and then all the guys are going, "Hey, how are you?" Blah blah blah. And then they go, "Oh, look at this new girl, and she's so fine looking and everything." And then they go, "Hey, where's your husband? How old is your husband?" And he's a grandpa. And why don't you come and talk to me? Sit at my table. And then they're gonna try to.
Oh yeah, and he knows that too.
And razzle and dazzle.
He admitted that, and I do hear what you're saying there too, Hapster. I mean, that's tough. It's tough. But you know, Hapster, you work at the base, right? Let's forget about Filipinas for a minute. If you had just a coworker, regardless of where she was from, and she was 25 years old, and you found that she was, brought over from wherever she came from by a guy that was 65 years old, you know as well as I do, it would be a feeding frenzy on that woman. Everyone's going to be hammering her every day of her life until she leaves that guy. It's not really a Filipina issue. It's more just about a general thing of when you dive into massive age gaps, you're going to be you're going to be in for a lot of trouble. I've never seen the age gap relationships in the States ever last. I've always seen them break up. Here in the Philippines, I see it all the time. But you guys know we've had one that was Filipino to Filipino just recently, and the whole thing was a farce. And it's about a 35-year gap. It's show and tell. There's absolutely no reality attached to it other than the general public in that case and thinks that it's real. You guys know what I'm talking about. So it's tough. Well, I think that we should all talk about stuff like this because, the typical YouTube topic matter is so banal. It's like talking to somebody like in a summer camp when you're 11 years old. It's just the same tired old bullshit every single day. And it's so tiring. So when you actually have a topic that makes, that matters, I think that people should talk about it. Yeah, talk of the town. It would be relentless. Even if the girl came over with the pure motive. I know. Okay, I'm going to tell everybody something. And I hate saying this.
Sooner or later to be broken.
I dated somebody one time, Mrs. Hapster, here in the Philippines, who was like a teenager. Okay, one time, went out around the mall, and the girl would grab my arm, and we walked around. I myself was so awkward. I just couldn't. I was like paralyzed, and I can't even imagine bringing that person back, like with my family, neighbors. I don't think the girl, if I brought her back, would have lasted a week before they would have forced her to go away. Okay, she said she saw it in England and Germany. Oh, Filipina. Yeah, okay. But have you ever seen it something other than that? Oh yeah, John. If I brought that girl that you know why I did it? I'll tell you. I went through a phase here when I first came that I wanted to see if I myself could handle a massive age gap. And so I tried. There was a girl that was all jumping for joy, wanted to go out with me around the mall, walking around, eating and stuff like that. So I said, okay, let's try it. And I know that if I brought that girl home, my parents would probably not, they would probably grab her and take her to a halfway house and not let me see her. Even at my age, my entire family would try to rescue her. That's how.
Because you're a big bad wolf?
Well, it's just unheard of where we come from. And all of my sisters are married to foreign men. They all married people from other countries. 2 from Britain, 2 from England, and 1 from Greece. But they're all within a couple of years apart, see? We have a lot of people in our family that married people. We have one that married a girl from Thailand, one that married one from the Philippines that lives over there now. We were like the United Nations family. But in every single case where there's a foreigner with the American, they were about the same age. I think that's it, Darren. I mean, if I brought the girl home that I went to the mall with, my mom would probably slap me. I mean, she'd say, "What are you thinking? That this is younger than, if you had your daughter would be." I would probably be outcast from my own family for doing that. My family, almost all of them have been married. My mom and dad are married for 64 years. Her brother has 60 years. Almost everyone's been married for 30 plus years. So they would be very disappointed in me if I tried to pull a shenanigan like that. Okay, well, we'll have part 2. I'll do a part 2, Kanoy and Hapster. And then if you want to do one on your show, we can just sort of roll it. Whatever you don't cover, I'll cover. Whatever I don't cover, you cover. That type of thing if you want. What's up, Kevin?
Almost ready to wind it up. I think we'll get done that in a couple more minutes.
Okay. Well, Hapster, you have a daughter that looks like a Filipina. Very pretty daughter, too, I might add. If she came home and said, "Mom and Dad, here's my husband," and the guy was 70, I mean, there's no way in the world you guys are going to put up with that shit. I mean, there's no way on God's green earth you're going to put up with it. Thank you, Darren. Hopefully, you know what I'd like to see, Darren, is people cycle through on the show, like have the permanent people that are talking and then have other people come through. Maybe you might want to come up and share your opinions, because I think what you just said makes a lot of sense. You wouldn't want that. Oh, 90-day fiance visa. Yeah, and every single one of them, John Escape, look at what the girl or goes through in that show. Everyone's got the microscope saying you're a green card hunter. Even when they're not one, they're being accused constantly. I would love to see the Mrs. Hapster daughter pop in with a 65-year-old dude. I mean, I can't even imagine the scene. I think you would see her inner Muhammad Ali come out and start, floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee, if you want to know the truth.
Bruce Lee nunchucks.
Probably. And yet at the same time, we don't want to see people who are happy. Shotgun. We're happy if someone's happy, like the people that we had on the show. But what was the age gap with you, Kevin, when you were in the Philippines? I know you were it's probably like 30 years. You were dating an 18-year-old student. I know that.
20.
That's why you're so
My-
quiet
my-
right now.
But my today my daughter is 13 years old. Her mom is, I don't know, something. So they're both my daughter's 13. My second daughter is she'll be 8 August 26th, and her mom is still pretty young still.
Well,
So
if you look at the people that I actually know, like I know so many females here, but like you look at the
they're
ones,
all happy still.
if you look at the ones I hang out with, like let's say Sab, which is with Darren, she's 41, even though she looks much younger. April, Chi, I mean, all these people are like late 30s, early 40s. This notion that you're going to hang around, you know, people that are younger than like what your daughter would be is just very strange. Well, you're wrapping up the show, eh?
Yeah. But yeah, about the age, I think her she was just turning 21 when I met her. But I thought she was a little bit older than that, and she misled me.
Oh, sure. John escaped
Yeah.
tenure. That's a good one. That's a good gap, I think. Well, we've had some good shows lately. We're gonna try to keep going down that path. 9 years, yeah. Seems to be more of a natural fit. There's a few years in there, but not a problem. Probably nothing, because I think that what we all felt in the discussion about age gaps is that anything more than 20 starts to get really difficult. It seems like if you go less than 20, and especially less than 10, it doesn't seem like it makes that big of a difference. But some of the gaps we've had on the people that we're talking 30, 35 year, in one case, the Filipino and the two Filipino couples,
Yeah,
they were
quite
at
a
30,
bit.
38-year age gap.
Yeah, her dad would have killed me for that.
So when you say there's a 20-year gap, are you saying there's a 20-year gap, or are you saying that your girlfriend was 20 when you were 50?
No. I was pretty. Yeah, I was what 40. She was 20.
But what about the second? Okay, you had a harem over here, right? That's what I heard.
I had two mothers.
You had a bullpen. You came up with the concept of the bullpen because you had a stable of Filipinas. That's what I heard.
My son's mom was 32. You see her with my son.
So how old is she right now? She's 40, almost 50?
Yeah, she's here. She's here in Louisiana. She married a guy from Louisiana. She's been here before me. Before I came back.
Wow. Get back together with her, man.
She's married to another dude.
Well, that never stopped you before, right?
I never been with a married woman.
I thought I heard from somebody say from Cebu
Don't believe what people tell you. Don't
Oh,
be like
okay.
Shirley. What's wrong with you?
I heard it from a
Jesus,
very
don't be like
reliable
Frank.
source. I heard it from a
Nobody's
very
reliable.
reliable source.
Nobody's reliable on YouTube. What's wrong with you? Except me. Then you can rely on that. What's the reliable source? Then I can tell you if it's true or not.
Okay, there you have it. And for a $50 consultation fee, Big Kevin will help you with your relationships, your visas, and any other questions you have about the Philippines. He has also a special for 3-hour consultation for only $100. Send in your donation to Big Kevin, the big scammer.
But
All right, buddy. I'm gonna get off. Thanks for.
is that me? Oh, there I am. That's a good lawn mowing machine.
Oh, it looked like a
Hey,
Zamboni.
you guys. It is not.
All right, buddy. Take care.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming. Hey, you guys. I'm a scammer. Give me your super chat. I'm being like Mr. Fazio. Give me your super chat. I'm a scammer. Oh, Michael. Don't know how he can do that. Those are some hard words to do. Oh, you guys. You guys have a good day. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Be smart. Don't go out to hurt nobody. Just go out, have a good time. Be safe. Wash your hands. Look up in the sky. Look for fallen angels. Oh, all kidding aside. Be safe. Remember, this is all entertainment only. You know, this is all entertainment. Everything you see here, you hear. This is just entertainment, and if you get something out of this, good for you. If you don't get nothing out of it, good for me. Thanks for listening to my music. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for listening to my co-host. Big E's my co-host, huh? You know, we got reconstruction upstairs. There's always something going on when you get a house and there's something always wrong with it. All right, you guys, God bless. Thank you for coming. Shirley's just on timeout. I'm on timeout. Everybody needs a break. Jay, it's all a joke, buddy. Don't take it personal. God. Good night. Good afternoon. Good morning. Depends on your location. Thanks for coming out. Be happy. Talk to you all later on. Go outside. It's beautiful outside. Shit. Do something. Walk your doggy. Wash your car. Wash your hands. Do your laundry. Talk to you all later on. Peace.